But you know what? Hawaii won the rally, non-issue.
So the Warriors up 4-3. Wexham back to serve. Every serve, every swing, magnified in this fifth set. Hawaii with an opportunity. The back set to Sador. Had a terrible angle, managed to keep it inside. And then Cheap, unable to come up with a dig. Or even at 4.
He's really mad at himself because he missed the back set. Doesn't need to really be setting the ball that tight to the net or be that precise. All he needs to do is put a high ball out there. Zarkovic has been really hot tonight. He just needed something high and on the line would have been fine, but not up tight to the net.
And there's Zarkovic, who's the first one to go. He said, rubbed him on the head, punched him in the chest, said, let's go. Don't worry about it.
That's one of the things that Charlie really likes about this team is their chemistry. They work hard when they get in the gym. When they make mistakes like that, they still support each other. They'll never say die. Really resilient.
Here's something to think about, too. Penn State coming from the Eastern time zones, 2:30 in the morning their time. And another block at the net, and that is in, and that is Peter Russell. Never mind the fact that it's the middle of the night for the Nittany Lions. The Cats are on the prowl, up 5-4 now for Hawaii. About to receive the serve of Matt Seifert. Off the tape, Cheap, nice job getting that one up. Sador trying to go cross corner, dug up. And then a big swing, back in Hawaii. And once again, it's Aaron Russell. And a 2-point cushion now as the Lions go up 6-4. And Charlie Wade's gonna call a timeout.
It's Tom Comfort's the one that comes up and rips it cross court. He's playing opposite out of the back row, great play.
Now there you see Hawaii trailing by a couple here in the fifth set. Why not? Every other match in this 19th annual Outrigger Hotels and Resorts Invitational has gone the distance, and it's happening again tonight for the Warriors. Second night in a row. They lost a heartbreaker last night. And Seifert, the 6'9" freshman, to serve it for Penn State off the tape. Cheap puts it up. The set across to Marks, and he hammers it down at Seifert. Point Hawaii.
J.P. Marks had a little bit of extra mustard on that hit.
Brooks Adore back to serve it for the Warriors. Good biting serve that time. And that ball is out. No touch, point Hawaii, and we're back to even at 6-all. 2 big points for Hawaii. We are tied for the 5th time here in this 5th set. And Hawaii with a great job of coming out of the timeout and putting up back-to-back points. And Sador set to launch it again. The service error gives Penn State the 1-digit advantage. First one to 8, they'll switch sides. The float serve. Putting it up. Zarkovic.
Hawaii very fortunate there. Sador with not a good pass. He's not feeling good about it. So they get a bad pass, a bump set, and Zarkovic has got to save the day with a ball that sizzles between 2 blockers.
And Jace Olsen back into the match. You know, you and I kind of were questioning what happened to Jace. Remember, he transferred over from Penn State. And so now at crunch time, back into the match. We haven't seen Nick West for a long time. And Averill sails that one way out and long. So at 8 points, the 2 teams will flip sides. And Coach Charlie Wade and Mark Pavlik just kind of raise their eyebrows and kind of half wink at one another as they walk by. Good relationship between those 2 coaches.
Yeah. Pav's the more popular guys in men's volleyball. easy going, happy. Stayed back actually at Penn State for an extra day because his son Jackson was in a play, his first play at age like 12, I think, or something like that.
Very cool. Sarkovic, and he is roofed. The big block, and that is number 13, Tom Comfort.
Zarkovic has been so solid all night long, 18 kills, only his 4th error of the night. That's one good block right there by Comfort.
And a 2-point cushion as we get close to crunch time. We are in crunch time, and that one is out. Remember, only going to 15, got to win by 2. Cloud trying to rally on the Warriors. Marks to serve it. Good serve. Good block by Holt. Another good block, but out. Just out. And a point for the Nittany Lions. First to double figures. They lead it by 2.
And Taylor Hammond, the freshman setter, continues to deliver up well-located sets to Aaron Russell, and Russell's just hammering away on the outside.
And exactly what Hawaii wanted, the service error. And the Warriors back within 1. It'll be Sarkovic. Back to serve it up for Hawaii. Off the block. What a great play by Cheap to keep it alive, and Brooks Sador. Nearly an overpass at the net. The play. Sador again doesn't get a good piece of that one. Looking for a left. Cheap takes it off the chest again. Nobody there, and then finally coming on over. Boy, this rally's seen a little bit of everything, and ultimately it's Cheap. Or rather, it's Sarkovic that takes it, but Cheap with another great save.
Let's
watch it here.
There's Cheap with a diving save to keep the ball alive. And then here at the end, it goes right off of Zarkovic.
Well, when Cheap made that dig, Wexon had to come a mile, and he was on the ground. Nobody was there, and for a moment it looked like nobody was going to get it. Bottom line, Hawaii trailing by 2. Marks off the block and out. Point Hawaii.
Hawaii with one natural point. Need one natural point. A natural point being when you serve, you get that point. As opposed to siding out when you serve, receive, and get a point.
Davis Holt to serve. Hawaii with both timeouts left. Off the hands and down. Point for Penn State. They go back up by 2, just 3 points away.
Once again, Aaron Russell, the 6'9" sophomore, getting the job done on the outside. Played the youth national team twice in the last couple of years.
Oh, Hawaii just excruciatingly close last night and again tonight. Needing a play. Sador off into the stands. Point Warriors.
Boy, Hawaii got lucky there. They had a very poor pass from Zarkovic, who's played almost flawlessly tonight, but not a good pass. A bump set up by Wexon, and then Sador somehow finds the back row and gets an errant dig from Penn State.
Blocked by J.P. Marks. And Hawaii's going to get a free ball. Let's see what they can do with it. They go to Sador, and it is out. He hits it wide, and Hawaii now down 13-11. They had the opportunity, and they had a chance to tie it up at 12.
There was their chance to get that natural point.
Timeout called by Charlie Wade. We're going to take a break, too. Hawaii, their backs against the wall. Well, the numbers not favoring the Warriors right now, and that was a big swing. Brooks Sador had an opportunity, but as you said, he had 4 hands in his face, tried to fight off a little steeper of an angle that perhaps he would have liked to take. and paid the price, hit it wide, and now down 13-11. Hawaii is in need of a side out and a natural point.
Well, Brooks he really took a good swing. I'm telling you, he took a mighty swing at it. Just bit off a little bit more than he could chew there. Just missed going out.
So Seifert to serve for the Nittany Lions. And Averill didn't hit it well.
And almost hit it out. He's luckily that Seifert stuck an arm out there. That might have been out.
So they got the first part done. They got the side out. Now, can they get the natural point? If they don't get it here and they're down 14-12, they're in trouble.
Of all people to set, he goes to Averill. Of course, Averill had nobody blocking him because they didn't think it would go to him. You know, he hasn't played much middle. Didn't play middle at all last year. Hasn't had that many reps. In fact, he's had very few reps in the fall. Actually, he had 0 reps in the fall in the middle. So that was a pretty gutsy set.
Sador needs a serve. Gets a beauty. And it translates into a service ace. Well, they did exactly what they needed to do. They got the side out. They got the natural point.
And redemption time for Brooks Sador.
13-13. Could 13 be the lucky number for Hawaii tonight?